Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Joey Logano's Shell-Pennzoil Ford for 2025. As always, take a look at the box. Got your typical Elite box. Got your chrome foil Elite logo. Got that pattern. Same stuff down the side. They made a total of 130 of these things. Standard finish, RCC Elite. Got the Elite. Register your car at Logano Garage. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. And by some miracle, Shell has already updated their primary paint scheme. I'm pretty sure everyone was sold on the fact that this car was going to last another 10 years, but it only lasted 3 seasons before they updated it again. And this is a fantastic update. It's nothing crazy, but the extra red really does help. It looks so much closer to the old scallop cars with the whole red bumper. You got the red up the fenders. You got a thicker red border down there. Like, the little bit of extra red really does help this car. And it is great that Shell finally changed their car already. Like I said, everyone thought that the old next-gen car was going to last another 10 years like the scallop car, but luckily it didn't. Shell's really having a lot of fun this year for some reason. Shell and Pennzoil. Like, Shell, they changed their primary in front of you. They ran Joseph Newgarden's paint scheme in the Daytona 500. They ran a throwback again this year after Penske just completely skipped the throwback weekend in 2024 for some reason. And then Pennzoil, they have a new Pennzoil Platinum car. Then they ran the yellow submarine IndyCar paint scheme at the Coke 600, which Lionel didn't offer. Like, Shell's having a lot of fun this year. They really should bring one of those two IndyCar paint schemes back for the Brickyard 400. Probably Newgarden's, but I don't know. Like, bring one of them back. It'd be fun. I don't know. But I'm sure they're not going to. You're just going to see this car in front of you probably. But anyways, of course, this comes with a few things. You have your RCC Elite Certificate of Authenticity. Let's do a quick 360 of the car. It does have the updated Shell font as well. Like I said, it's not a crazy change, but the added red on the front really looks great on track. Said it definitely gives closer vibes to the old scallop cars, and that looks fantastic. I'm glad they did that. I'm surprised this car took so long to come out. Like, this is one of the first 2025 cars up last year in, like, October. It was like, oh, cool, it's up early. We'll be able to get it early, and then it still doesn't come until, the end of June, beginning of July. I mean, it was in that pile of cars that got delayed, so there's that. But I mean, that pile of cars that got delayed was basically only the beginning of June. So it still would have only come out in the beginning of June. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Shell-Pennzoil. Got Ford Mustang number 22. Down the side, you have Shell-Pennzoil. Got Hunt Brothers Pizza and Auto Trader back there. This one does have the updated fuel cell without the green American ethanol thing. Got Ford Performance down there. On the C post, you have Discount Tire and Snap-on. And on the B post, you have Ford, PPG, Mazak, AAA, and Coca-Cola. Typical tinsies and such up front does have the chrome Penske wheels. On the back, you got 22 Crew Shell-Pennzoil, number 22. It does have the Ford logo instead of the license plate, which is still a change I completely hate. The license plate was fun. Why are we just doing a generic Ford logo in the same, it still has the same, license plate spot right there, but whatever. Anyways, on the deck lid, you got Shell-Pennzoil. On the roof, you have Capgemini. This is number 103. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. So you got Shell-Pennzoil and Powered by Ford under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. This is an Elite, so the deck lid does open. You got your typical fuel cell and such back there. Is that a piece of oh, it's like the melted plastic of the spoiler. That looks funny. Anyways, of course, you have your roof flaps that do open. And there's the inner side of the car if you want to see that. Just have the DIN numbers, well, at least the number of the car stamped right there still, and has the RCC Elite logo in the middle. This does also have one other change this year that Lionel added, and that is the shark fins on the back. They actually did add the second shark fin on the right side of the rear window. Neat detail. But they didn't update the shark fin that's on the deck lid, so they don't line up in the slightest. I'm pretty sure those are supposed to line up decently. Maybe not exactly, but they're supposed to be bigger than that, I'm pretty sure. Like, that just looks crazy to have this huge one on the window and then just this tiny little dinky one on the deck lid. But I don't know. But that's a nice detail. I like when Lionel just actually updates some little random things like that on their cars. They don't, you know, technically have to update, but definitely a cool detail. Running changes are always fun when they actually, you know, do a little bit of something for accuracy. But like I said, now please update the tiny one on the deck lid. I'm sure they can still make it work even with the opening deck lid. Like there's got to be a way to like extend it a little bit, but maybe like don't have it exactly as far so it can still go up the window. I don't know. As you saw, this car does actually have the split spoiler with black on the front and red on the back. Finally, they put that on a clean Joey Logano Shell-Pennzoil car. I said that's basically been that way for like the entirety of the next gen for Logano. And it's like, it's even hit or miss on the race wins. Some of them have it and some of them don't. Like even last year, you had like the All-Star win didn't have it, then the Nashville win did have it. I think his championship Phoenix win is going to have it. I don't remember. Or no, well, of course it's not going to have it. It's the championship win, so it has the bright yellow playoff spoiler. Duh. So yeah, basically I'm pretty sure the only car that's coming out last year that has it is the Nashville win. Anyways, if you want this card as a brand new release, you can get it right now. Logano's cars are super hit or miss. Some of them get really rare and some of them sit around forever. Being a brand new version of this paint scheme and a far improvement version of this paint scheme, I could definitely see this one being a little more popular than some of the last couple years. The last 3 years have been championship wins, and those usually make the primaries get rare, so you never know. Remember, for every diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Just go check that if you want anything. But I've answered all there is to say. This has been a review of Joey Logano's Shell-Pennzoil Ford Mustang from 2025. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.